What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon MLB DFS video. It is Tuesday. It is October 8th, and we are back. We've got two games. We've got the NLDS going on. Two games basically throughout up until, obviously, the World Series. So still wanted to bring you some content. We still got it on the website. It's Tuesday, though. It is NFL Week 6, but we're here for baseball. So if you still want to check out all the information we have, make sure you check it out. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you subscribe, you will have a chance to win. So here, every single day we have a giveaway. Like the video, be a YouTube subscriber, and you have to leave a comment for the comment picker to pick you up. You do all of those, and this video gets at least 50 likes, you're going to have a chance to win a free week of FTA+. That's a week of MLB, NASCAR, MMA, PGA, NFL, and NBA once it's back in a couple of weeks. If this video gets 100 likes, you have a chance at a free month. 150 likes, a chance at a $200 free year. 200 or more likes on the video, a chance at a lifetime pass. And you can win every single day. So make sure you come back, leave a comment, like the video, help it get to a minimum of 50 likes. So we have two games. So last video did not get 50 likes, but I think this one easily will. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our sponsor, which is Outlier.bet, and we're going to look through some things. And with that, we are going to go through the games, look at the pitchers, look at the batters, look at the batter splits, any BVP that is possible. We're going to look at the ballpark factors, and at the end of the video, we're going to look at the players, the top 10 players overall, according to early simulations, and then we're going to try to build maybe one lineup just to kind of get a feel of what the lineups might look like. So, again, when we have this information, and we have 4 pitchers technically, things can get a little crazy. But what we're going to do is we're going to go through the games, then we're going to give you the top 5s or the top 4s or however many we feel comfortable with at each position before we go into everything else. So just looking at ballpark factors for today, wind neither blowing out in San Diego nor New York Mets right now. Wind is kind of blowing into right field and in from left to right on both. And again, though, it can change. Definitely can change. I don't know if this hurricane is going to have any effect up in New York. I don't know if it's going to be up there for this game. I haven't really paid attention to it. I don't know if the wind will be effect for that. So that being said, Outlier.bet is the website. We have a link to sign up. If you sign up, go through the 7-day free trial, you can get free FTA Plus from us. If you sign up for the normal package, we're going to give you a free month of FTA Plus. If you sign up for the Pro package, we're going to give you 3 months free, which is a $90 value. So we look at the first game, Phillies at the Mets. Right now, it's looking like Philly is going to be throwing Nola, and the Mets are going to be throwing Sean Manaea. So let's look at both of these. So we know Nola, game log, had a fantastic start before this year. So we're not looking at playoffs. We're just looking at the season stats. So just looking overall for the season stats against the Mets, 2 games started, 1-1 record, 13.1 innings pitched, 10 hits allowed, 6 earned runs, averaged 24.9 fantasy points. So if you're new to MLB DFS or our channel, we like to target a minimum of 20 fantasy points on DraftKings and usually about a minimum of 35 to 40 on Fanduel. So he's already hitting the minimum which we need. He's had success against them. This is a bigger ballpark. The game that went back and forth in Philly, it's just one of the best games I've seen. We just went back and forth, and I like this matchup for him. He's had success in the past against them. Sean Manaea, on the other hand, game log-wise, obviously pitched 5 days ago against Milwaukee. 5 innings in that game, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, 11.7 fantasy points. You don't love to see that. Splits-wise, he's faced Philly 3 times this year. 16.2 innings pitched, 10 runs, all of them earned, 15 strikeouts, only averaged 14 fantasy points. Now, again, these are the playoffs. These are different, but that scares me a little bit. So let's dig in and look at it. So what I love about Outlier, you can look at sports betting, you can look at player props, team props, and game props. But what I like to see is the starting pitcher, how they fare, the teams against them. So, for instance, let's take a look at Philly bats against Manaea this year, or in their career since 2018. So you can see they've hit home runs against him. Schwarber has a home run against him. Harper does. Sosa does. Stott does. Trey Turner does. Castellanos has 2. Austin Hayes has 1. Now let's look at the Philly bats against left-handed pitching this year. And you can see there is a ton of green, and green means go against lefties for this team. So Realmuto with 4 bombs, batting .286. Schwarber hit .300 against lefties this year with 12 bombs. Bohm has 6. He did get sat last game. Whether or not that means anything, we will see. Don't know if that's going to mean anything. Maybe they just gave him a day. Then he had a day off for Monday, and now he's back for Tuesday. We will see. He's obviously a good spot against a lefty if he's here. Harper's got 9 bombs. You got Castellanos with 10 bombs. Turner has 8 bombs. Wilson, I don't know if he's there. .341 batting average, 2 home runs. They hit lefties well. Austin Hayes, 82 plate appearances or 82 at bats, .354 batting average against lefties. That scares me to take Manaea. I kind of like Philly's bats there. Then we look at Nola. The Mets against Nola in their career. Alvarez has 1 bomb. 1 for 2 was a home run. Pete Alonso, .320 batting average with 5 home runs, so he sees the ball well out of his hand. Marte is .345 with a bomb. You got Brandon Nimmo, .260 with 2 bombs. Tyrone Taylor, only 10 at-bats, but batting .400, so 4 hits in there. So overall, the Mets haven't hit him as well, and he's had success against them this year already. Then we can see the Mets bats against right-handed pitching. You've got Pete Alonso with 25 bombs, batting .241. You've got Lindor, 22 bombs, .277. Vientos, 20 bombs, .251. Brandon Nimmo, 19 bombs. Jesse Winker, 13 bombs. So they've hit righties well. They just have not hit Aaron Nola well. That's kind of what we're looking at. Pitching-wise, 4 games or 4 teams is kind of hard. 4 pitchers, it's kind of hard to nail something down that we kind of like. I think Nola is the number 1 pitcher on the slate. I do think I will have exposure to Nola. If you want to pivot, you could have exposure to Manaea just because he should be under-owned. I think he'll be a little bit under-owned today. Then we look at Walker Buehler going up against Michael King. So Walker Buehler on the road, we look at his splits. Away, .653 on the year, 7 starts. He's already faced San Diego twice this year, only given up 4 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 2 home runs. He only averaged 4.2 fantasy points per game against them. The way this game went back and forth with the fans, I think you're going to see San Diego fans absolutely be loud. I think we could see San Diego just crush the Dodgers in this game yet again. I do not trust Walker Buehler against San Diego. Then you got King. So King faced them 4 times this year. 1 did happen over in South Korea. 2-0 record, 20 innings pitched, 11 runs, 7 of them earned. Did give up 5 home runs, though. 10 walks with 23 Ks. Still averaged 7,500. Now, what's wild to see is he is the most expensive pitcher on the slate. That's why the pitching is really weird on DraftKings. So Nola you actually get exposure to. I would rather take Nola. You save $500, but you could take King and Nola, and I think it'd be pretty. You might be okay with that if you're building some sort of lineup. So looking at that, we can dig into the numbers. So looking at the games for this one, you can see the Dodgers bats against King in their career. Betts has 2 home runs, but Betts struggles in the postseason. Whether or not that's a thing in his mind, I don't know. He just has. Teoscar Hernandez has a home run. Ohtani has 3 home runs and 14 at-bats. Obviously, Ohtani's a different beast. We know that. Max Muncy has a home run. Outside of Ohtani, he might have a good day. And then right-handed pitching, you can see Freeman, 300 batting average with 15 bombs, but he left the game early the other night. I don't know. He's not 100%. He's got some broken bone of some sort. I can't remember. He is not 100% at all. So that scares me a little bit. Let's see if he's in there or not. Even if he is, I don't know if I want to pay up that much. You've got Gavin Lux with 10 bombs, 262 batting average. Muncy, 10 bombs. Hernandez, 22 bombs against righties. Pages has 10 home runs. Obviously, Ohtani has 42 against right-handed pitching. So I look at that, and I'm okay. If he can avoid Ohtani, I think King could have a good day. Then you look at Walker Buehler. So we kind of look at Walker Buehler. Against him, Tatis has 4 bombs, so he hits him very well. He had 2 the other night. Would not be surprised if he goes deep again. Cronenworth has a home run, but only batting 118. But against right-handed pitching this year, San Diego has smashed. Would not be surprised if Higashioka has another home run. Bogarts has 9. Cronenworth 16. Machado 22. Merrill 19. Tatis 19. Profar 16. They are going to take what the Dodgers fans gave them. They're going to get that, and they're going to get that from their fans, and I think they're absolutely going to smash. I'm avoiding Walker Buehler. I do not trust him. I can't trust him. I don't know. I just do not trust him whatsoever. I think we want some sort of... I think San Diego is going to be the number 1 stack today. I think that's where I'm going to go. So if we were to go pitcher by pitcher for this slate, I am looking at Aaron Nola, number 1. I think King is number 2. I'm looking at Walker Buehler being Nola 1, King 2, Manaea 3, and Walker Buehler is number 4 if I were to order them. Catching, I'm looking at Higashioka. He's at the top there. So I like Higashioka. I'll take him. I think Real Muto is number 2. I think Alvarez is number 3. Capusano number 4. I just don't know which catcher San Diego is going to have. So that's one where we need to kind of pay attention to, and we'll kind of see where they list him at. First base, obviously you got Ohtani, but you can put him in the outfield. But he's number 1. Number 2, I do have Alonso going up against Nola. 3, Luis Arraez. 4, I do have Donovan Solano. I don't know if he'll be in there, but I do have him number 4. Harper is obviously there as well. I think I forgot to say Harper. It goes Ohtani, Alonso, Harper, Arraez. You could go Solano, depending. JD Martinez, but I really like Aaron Nola today. Second base. Looking just at second base, we can look at them right here. I do have Bryson Stott, number 1. Number 2, Jose Iglesias against Nola. 3, Cronenworth. 4, depends on where he's at. But Kike Hernandez if you are not going with King in this game. Then we got third base. Machado's number 1. I don't think that's a surprise. I've got Machado number 1. He's got great numbers against righties this year. Alec Boehm, number 2 against the lefty if he plays. Number 3 is Max Muncy. 4, Mark Vientos. 5 is Weston Wilson if he plays. I don't know if he will. Shortstops, looking at shortstops here. Number 1, I got Trey Turner. Number 2, actually have Tommy Edman. 3, Lindor. 4 is Bogarts, but he is questionable, so pay attention there. Just kind of pay attention there, and we'll see. I don't know if Acuna is going to even get in there. I don't know if he's on the roster. So depends on the lineup that comes out, but those are the order that I go. Again, there's not very many to order because there's only four teams total. So outfield, Ohtani's number 1. Whether or not you put him in first base, outfield, he's number 1 on the day. Regardless, great numbers against King, great numbers against right-handed pitching. Got to get him in there. I think he could do all the day. He could get us 3 home runs, but I think King could still just shove after. So number 1, I do have Schwarber. Number 2, I've got Tatis. 3, I've got Mookie Betts. 4, I've got Nick Castellanos. 5 is Jurickson Profar. 6, I've got Teoscar Hernandez. 7, Jackson Merrill. 8, Brandon Marsh. 9, Andy Pages. And then I'm looking at Brandon Nimmo at number 10 overall for our batters. That's position by position. Now, if we were to go overall batters through, Ohtani's number 1. I think Tatis is 2. Trey Turner is 3. 4 is Schwarber. 5 is Betts. 6 is Profar. 7 is Machado. 8 is Jackson Merrill. 9 is Teoscar Hernandez. And number 10, I do have Trey Turner going up against Manaea. Now, let's try to build a lineup. Using the pitchers, I just want to avoid. I think I want to avoid the Buehler situation. I think I want to go with Aaron Nola and Manaea because King is going to be very expensive. Like he's going to be very overowned. I think. I gotta go. I'm going to go with a San Diego stack here. I don't know if Solano will be in there. If he is not, we will adjust if we need. Third base, I think, is Machado. Shortstop is Edman. He can play outfield or shortstop, so still you got the eligibility there. Tatis is in there. Profar is in there, so I want to get that San Diego stack for sure. Then we've got 7,800 for an outfielder. So, just looking at that, we can afford anybody. We can afford literally anybody. Ohtani fits in there. So let's go Ohtani. Let's take Solano out. Now we got 3,700 at first base. We can go Arise, so we can still continue with the San Diego stack. That's kind of where I might want to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got Philly, 3 Dodgers. That's kind of that's a lineup right there. Again, you're not going to see a lot of differentiations because there's 2 games. That's where I'm at. But I still wanted to bring you some content. If you have not checked out the website, FantasyTeamAdvisors.com is the website. We're going to be pushing out NFL content all over, all week. So make sure you get in on that as well. We're very excited leading up to the weekend. You've got PGA, you've got NASCAR, you've got MMA, you've got MLB, all the sports that we offer right now. And basketball starts in what? Is it 3 weeks from this Thursday? I think it's 3 weeks from this Thursday, which is wild. Feels like we just stopped making the videos. You guys love those videos, so make sure you subscribe and come back and we will make more. That's what I've got in this video. Hopefully it found you doing well. Hopefully you did well yesterday during the ALDS. And let's bring home some bacon. Peace!